There's lots of things that make me lose sleep. I think about the world a lot. How us as humans, the things we can achieve. I mean, I guess what it really is as a human being is I feel like there's so much more to us. Like our abilities are almost godly-like. I mean, we have that, that talent to be godly-like, to ascend and become something more than this human flesh. And I guess, every night, I go to bed, that day that I had, I look at the world and I see, nothing evolving. It's like, the ability that they have, we as humans squander it every day. And I mean, if you listen to my music, I talk about it a lot in the songs, especially this new album. I mean, that's why it's called Cursed Earth, I think. That's the main reason. But, like I said, day in, day out, I see it. It's like the vast technology that we've done throughout the years and everything. I mean, I actually think it's dumbed us down. It's, as a nation, as a world, whatever, it's made us dumber. I mean, to the ability, not necessarily common sense, but to do things for ourselves. And I believe that's a key thing to knowledge. And I mean, to understand failure, to understand your limits, and see what pushes you. Like, if I fail at this, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna accept the failure, or am I gonna find a way around it and do this? And I don't think a lot of people do that. And the people that do, I think you gain knowledge through that. And I think that's the ladder we have to climb as a human race to excel to that next level. And at night, I believe we don't do that. I mean, I see the people, what they do. I mean, to each his own, I always say, but I mean, if you can afford, children at a young age, why do it? I mean, and the system that we have now feeds it to us. I mean, if I had a child at 20, I mean, the government will gladly support me, and I think that's what's wrong. I mean, the government wants people like that because it makes us stupid. I mean, it makes us, we have to rely on somebody else. It doesn't make us able to use our own brains to excel. I mean, I think that's what government wants. That's what the whole thing is want to keep us in a structure where we can't go out and become godly. And just, I mean, every day, I mean, it's so apparent to me that as we take 10 steps forward, we're taking 20 steps backwards. And I mean, I think it's going to come to the point in this life, if there is a God, if there is whatever, I mean, sometimes I wonder if he's laying awake at night too and saying the same thing, just shaking his head, just, if you believe in God or whatever, and he gave you this gift of life and all this, and, I mean, I'm not even God, and I look at, the human race as itself, and I just look out there and I go, I mean, think of all we've accomplished. We're so smart, we can do everything, I mean, everything. I mean, at one point there was no roads, and we created that, electricity, we found a way to do all these things, but yet, in this day and age, we cannot fend for ourselves. I mean, we've lost everything. I mean, most people don't know how to cook, most people don't know how to hunt, most people don't know, how to save, I mean, there's so many people that have children, but yet they ride the bus. I mean, in my head, I just wonder, what were you thinking when that happened? It's like your vices got the best of you, and I'm not saying, that I don't do that, but, I mean, learning from your mistakes, like I said, learning from your failures, and trying to excel to that next thing. Like I said, I don't know if we'll ever be able to stop until it's all doomed. And like I said, I've talked about it a lot in my music, and I'm actually convinced now that I don't think the human race can do it. I mean, I still have hope. I will always have hope, because it's referenced in a lot of my songs too, because it's always on my chest, and that's the reason I put it there, because it can never be taken away from me. But I just don't know anymore. I mean that's why I vent. That's why I do this music, and that's why I do it in the hopes that maybe other people will hear this and be inspired and want to make a change, because it's all about us. It's all about us fending for ourselves and realizing that we don't need anything else, to take those shackles off and strive to be godly. I mean, as terrible as that seems to some people, I mean, I believe in it. I mean, why would you ever want to be below anything if you can excel above it or be equal to it, and I think we all have the capacity to do it, and yeah, that's what keeps me up at night, the squandering of it.